Well, can y'all hear me all right? Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Stella. Hey, Bitch Talks. Always do it weird because I want to call you Bitch for Life and then Bitch Talks and stuff all at the same time. I hope everybody can hear me okay. So I'm trying Restream out. And of course, now the dogs think I'm talking to them. Get down. Go on. And so this is new because this is a whole totally different look on the screen. And so, hey, why not? So the link is here. Let's see. I think it should be pinned. Is it pinned? I don't know. Let's open up on my phone. Anybody wants to come and chat? It's just going to be a laid back kind of fun stream. And Steph, you and I got to do some talking about something we've kind of talked about doing. Did it pin to the top? No. Yeah, this one is cheaper. So if I can learn how to use it, Steph, I'm going to use it because it's a little bit cheaper than StreamYard and it does all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, it didn't pin it. Show. No, that ain't it. Oh, look, there's a chat overlay. I don't want that. Okay, so let's figure out. So it puts it up there. That's not what I want. See, it shows me that it's pinned. Y'all say it's not pinned. That's not. Okay. I guess we'll figure it out somehow. Do I have to pin it from YouTube from here? Well, okay, that part I don't like. No, it wants me to open it. I don't want to open it. Okay, so it's not cooperating with me. I'll have to figure that part out. Huh. Well, can y'all see the link in the chat at least? I mean, I can keep posting it if I need to. Hi, Molly Lollipops. How are y'all doing? Everybody doing all right? I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Well, no, before Steph, I was able to pin it on here without going into YouTube. And I just went into YouTube and tried to pin it and it wouldn't do it. It wanted me to click and open it, not pin it. So I don't know. It's weird. I'll have to figure that part out. It shows it's pinned, but it's not pinned, so I don't know what the deal is. You're living still. Look, we are having a cool front at the moment. It's like 98 degrees outside with a little bit of cool breeze. I'm over the summer already, like I was over the summer 2 weeks ago. We usually don't get this hot until late July and August, and it has been triple digits for the last 3 weeks. I'm over it. It's hot. My ACs are going nuts. My electric bill is screaming. I'm over it. Poor animals are hot. So, but I hope everybody is having a good week. This is a little bit better week for me. No, it don't. Not on my phone. Maybe on the computer. Hold on. I'm looking on my phone for that. Let's do. I'm not looking at the chat, so you'll give me just a second. Hold on. Don't. Shush it. Okay. There. Now it's pinned. I think. Is it pinned? Yes, it is pinned. So if anybody wants to come up and chat with me, feel free to. I don't know how it works when you click on that to go into restream because I've never done it. So we'll learn together. How's that? So I do want to thank everybody. I was trying to make a smiley. Sorry guys, LOL. Hey, where'd that go? Everyone's having a good day. Oh, no worries, Molly Lollipops. Oh, look, it's going to be one of those days on here because I am trying to learn this new streaming stuff. Because if I like this, I'm going with this instead of StreamYard because it offers more even on the free version. Because this is the free version, and y'all saw the stuff I started with. That's just some of the things it has. Okay, Steph, sounds good. And so I don't know. I like it so far. We'll see how it goes. But I want to thank everybody. I had quite a few of y'all send me well wishes and comments and messages and things over losing my brother. It's been a hard couple of weeks, but we had his memorial Saturday. Everything was beautiful. My mother loved the video. Hello, Carrie. Drive safe. Molly, I hear you. My phone, that's an everyday, all day thing for me. It has a mind of its own. um, Mama loved his video. My brother got there and he said, I'm not crying. I've cried enough. Ray wouldn't want us to cry. I refused to cry. And then your damn video starts. So, I mean, I wanted everybody to feel the emotion that I had when I made the video. Um, it, it was, it was something, and something about losing a sibling. Thank you, Stella. I love you, girl. Something about losing a sibling that just hits you weird. And my mom said it best. I couldn't put it into words. I had no idea what I was feeling. I could not come up with the emotions with it or anything. And mom was like, our circle is broken. And that was when I was like, that's what the hell it is. The circle is broken. And I don't, I'm not sure that I like it. What is my computer doing? And I got a new computer on top of everything. So, yeah. No, don't restart now. What the hell? My husband is a doll and let me order this new computer. And I've never spent this much money for a computer. And I'm learning it. It's a holy shit, now I'm blind. It's a learning curve. Hey, TCA. So everything's going to be a learning curve. Streaming device, new computer. Look, welcome to my life for the last couple of weeks. Phone put words in my mouth at the wrong time in the convo and the wrong words at that. Steph, that happens a lot with your phone when you do voice to text. Blah, 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 blah. Sunshine Crochet, hello, welcome. I hope everybody's been having a safe time on with the world, and I don't even know what I'm saying because my phone's going off. Being safe, and even with YouTube, take a break, guys. I have been watching very little, and when I come on, I'm like, see, this is why I'm not watching, and I leave pretty quickly. It wasn't voice to text. Yeah, Steph, he does love me, and he very seldom tells me no, ever. I mean, he does on occasion. It doesn't last long. He gives in pretty quickly. It was predictive text. Look, my predictive text is now, it used to change um, the word fuck to duck, and now it changes duck everything to duck because I have ducks, and so I'm talking about ducks, and so it changes it all the time now. And I'm like, now I don't want it to change. Yeah, Dave is the best. He's my rock, and I'm with everything I'm doing with the network stuff and what I want to do. Having a Mac was going to be easier, and I researched and researched and researched, and y'all, these damn things are expensive, and I bit the bullet and did it, and I don't regret it. I absolutely love it. And the problem with that is going to be I'm going to want another one, after a while, and they're expensive. And well, look, he did. It's not that he gave in on the puppy from the parking lot. The puppy from the parking lot won his heart. And Ozzy, even when I tried to get rid of Ozzy and find him a home, he was like, "But I don't want him to go." So he was the big softie on Ozzy, not me. That was him. I just rescued the baby. But now he's just like, "What did you bring home now?" That my chicken and duck obsession has grown. I am at, oh hell, 19 chickens and 10 ducks, and I don't even know how many quail. I'm not even going to count quail. That normal number's outrageous. So, but so y'all know the last time I was here, I was getting ready for vacation, and I went on vacation. We went to Lexington, Kentucky, and I got to meet my friend Tori that I met through by proxy 4 years ago, and we went to 2 wineries, and then Dave and I did a bourbon tour. We went to 3 bourbon distilleries. Well, one was a bourbon and beer, and the other one was they did bourbon, rum, vodka, and moonshine. And then we did Four Roses, which Four Roses was amazing. I loved Four Roses. Now, that second one we went to, I think it was called the Barrel House. I didn't like it so much. Dave wouldn't even finish drinking our flight that we had. He was like, "No, I tap out." And technically, I tapped out too. I just didn't show him I tapped. I would take a little sip and then throw the thing in the trash. I wasn't drinking it. It was gross. You should be able to enjoy your liquor, and there was no enjoying that mess at all. But the wineries were a blast. I can't wait to get all my footage together and get that up and even share the tidbits. And one of the wineries is going to work with me on developing a wine for my taste and that I like with my label on it. So that I'm pretty excited about. I'm probably going to have to sign my life away to this Restream to join. I'll be there when I get there. It wants the firstborn and a toe, I think. I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't haven't never even signed in on Restream, so I don't know how bad it is. Y'all gonna have to let me know. And stuff's coming up. There's no telling what's gonna come out now. But we did. We had a blast, and the weather. I'm like, I want to move to Kentucky. My God, the weather was perfect. Absolutely perfect. The Campbell House was beautiful, in a very historic kind of way, but it was not worth what I paid for it. It was really expensive, and it had a historic value in some really pretty areas, like in the lobby. The restaurant bar area was beautiful. The outside was gorgeous, but our room was horrible. It was just like the bathtub felt like had to like sit on the floor to even get into it. It was so low, and small. The room was small itself. We didn't have anything to sit on other than one office chair, and so I was just very disappointed with the room. And then our flight was miserable, and then it was canceled the next day when we were leaving out, and they couldn't get us back out, so they put us up in a hotel. We got a really nice hotel with indoor pool and hot tub, and yes, my ass was in that hot tub, and I was sick. I ended up getting sick the very last day, and so it was just absolutely miserable. But we did have a great time. We are planning. We will be back there next year for Father's Day for a wine festival that's going on. So I'll be filming for Redneck Wine Diva there for that. Lord, Steph, I hope would it have been easier for me to send you? Oh, I guess it's just first time signing into it, huh? I don't know. I sent it to TCA too. It's also pinned TCA when you get home. I don't know how hard it is to sign into, so I'm sorry. And looks like I can turn stuff up if I need to. Like, we're going to figure this out together, y'all. Add a source. I don't know what that is. I started to play a video, but I don't know if YouTube will copyright it. That's my joke I told on Robbie's. No, I missed on which line. I didn't get to watch Robbie today. I've only got to catch a few of his things, and I'm trying to get over there more. The last 2 weeks have been kind of a blur. Last week couldn't tell you what I watched, where I was at, what chat I commented in. So if I said anything out of line to anybody last week, I apologize. Last week I was preparing the video, and that took me, literally had the whole thing together within about 2 hours, but trying to make sure I had the music right and the pictures right took me about 2.5, 3 days because it was so emotional, and I couldn't get through it because I just bawled my eyes out and would have a fit. And then I was very angry. The sad part was, well, all of it was sad, but my sister-in-law's sister passed away Thursday and my brother passed away Saturday. So, she passed away the 22nd, his was the 24th of June, and they were very close, and I was very close with her. And so my brother had to take his wife to Louisiana for that while I'm sitting at hospice with my brother. I am under the weather tonight. I have the worst stiff neck and pain. I have to go rest. I will watch the replay. I love you, Stella. Get some rest, baby. And we, I was very angry. I got very angry with my brother and for leaving me. And I kept saying I felt bad because I said I had to deal with my brother dying by myself. And my husband was there every step of the way. My middle daughter, her husband were there. And so for a little bit, but I felt like my siblings should have been with me. And I was very angry. And he had to go do what he had to do with his wife. And that's where he needed to be. But I was still angry. And I told him, I was very angry with you and I cussed you. And I'm sorry because I love my brother. He is the youngest of my brothers. Him and I are very, very close and I adore him. But it was very hard on him. He took care of Ray for the last 14 months. And so seeing Ray like he was that last week and a half was very hard. And it just wasn't a fun time. But I was very angry. And so then I had PTSD because of stuff that went down with my dad when he died and all of that. And it has just been a rough 2 weeks, let me tell you. So last week, maybe it was the last 2 weeks. I don't remember what chat I've been in. I couldn't tell you. I've had people say, well, when we were in so-and-so's, I'm like, I don't even remember being there. I just didn't. I've really had a hard time with things and trying to keep up, and the bullshittery that's happening on YouTube is insane. Yes, bullshittery is not a word, but it's a new word. I'm creating a word. It's fine. I don't understand. I don't understand people sometimes, and YouTube can really hurt your view on humanity. It can really make you see things in a different light and worry about things in a way that shouldn't be. And so I don't know. So now that I'm getting back on track with things, other than getting my stuff put up in videos, I am going to get back over here. I promise. I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to talk about Haley Dunn. I'm going to see if I can get it together for tomorrow. If not, it'll be next week because TCA has a live tomorrow, Friday night. It's very important with Bianca Devon's mother. I think it's Bianca Devon. Isn't it Bianca Devon's TCA? Her mother, Bevins. I think is the name. The girl that the guy killed her and shared it on social media. And she's going to come and speak over on TCAs. And so that's very important. Yeah, Carrie, it just, even with people I like, my heart hurts. I'm just like, I just can't. It's just been too much. My real life has had a huge blow with losing a close family member. And I just don't have the stomach for it. It's like I'd rather come on here and have a good time and enjoy people and not lose faith in people at the same time. And even people I like are doing shit that I'm like, what is wrong with you? Please just stop. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there you are. Ta-da!
Hello, I'm done. I give up. Do you see this thing? It gave me gray hairs. I am done. I give up. My life is over.
Because you're so used to StreamYard, and so everything else seems difficult.
I'm like, why do I? But I tried to edit out the gray hair, but then I'm like, then I look like I'm cropping out my whole head.
Oh, your picture? Yeah, you can't see it while I'm on my. I'm half blind, so I can't see much of it. So.
Okay, well, as long as your half blindness doesn't say anything.
Gray with the way the light did it, it makes it look
Don't
gray.
judge.
That's funny.
Don't judge me.
I love it.
But yeah, did you hear that, Pop? Are you okay?
What happened?
I was asking you, are you okay? I heard a pop. Thought that was you pulling your head out of your ass.
Oh, me?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. My dad got me with that one the other day.
I'm like, what have I done to pull my head out? I've been good. I have been so good.
My dad did that to me the other day.
I can't even, it's like, my friend said Saturday at the memorial, she was like, we haven't got into trouble lately. And I was like, no, we haven't, and we need to get into trouble.
Yeah. No.
Hi, Kristen.
Oh.
Long time no see.
Yeah,
I know.
Kristen.
I don't even get on here much anymore, Kristen. It's when I do, it makes me like lose faith in humanity. So I'm just kind of like, eh. I don't know. The last month and a half or 2 months on YouTube has just been disheartening. Completely disheartening.
Oh, what are you doing? Now my tablet's trying to shut off on me.
What was the joke you told? Was that the joke you told on Robbie?
Yeah, that was the joke. I said, Robbie, did you hear that pop? Are you okay? He's like, am I okay? Yeah, I thought that was you pulling your head out of your ass.
Kristen, hiding is a good thing. I'm telling you, that's kind of how I have felt lately. It's like, I'm just going to hide. I go into a chat and I'm like, oh, hey, everybody. And I'm like, oh, God, never mind. I'm going to silently exit stage right.
It was quiet up in here until I get up on the panel.
I've been trying to follow some of the new stuff, like the
What did I do?
Yeah, there's not, Kristen. I'm just like, that's why I tell TCA that I'm like, I'm done with everything. I'm gonna go find a different community somehow, some way, because I can't. It is too much. But I've been following the girl that came up missing, Carly. Was it Carly? Isn't that her name? You muted, didn't you?
Yeah, that's her name. Sorry, I was muted. I watched that video, Brandy, and I watched that video, and I watched it over and over again. I only ever seen one shadow in that video. One. And I seen it walk off into the woods.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if I'm still holding hope, guys. I'm still not on the whole she faked things kind of thing that people are kind of going with. Like, I'm still going, maybe there was a mental break. Maybe there was some kind of um,
Mm-hmm.
mental issue that happened with her, and she thought that's what she saw. And then
I hope so.
that's what or maybe a domestic violence situation she was trying to get rescued from, or I don't know. Something besides a fake bullshit for attention. Please God, don't let it be that. You know.
I hope not. But I
So I'm
thought
still waiting.
it's the Google searches too. Yep, the Google searches.
Yeah.
But and I thought, after I heard about her first or one of her last posts on Facebook, the one that she just wants to be married with a family or whatever, I figured it was just basically a call for well, if I come up missing, maybe my boyfriend will love me more, or be like, oh my God, I better marry you now, kind of thing, and give you that
Cry for
family.
attention. Yeah, maybe. Maybe she didn't think it would get to the attention level national news that it did. I don't know. There
Why
was
is
a
my
girl a few
circle
years
bumping when
ago.
yours is?
Do what?
Oh, my circle. It's like
I don't know. I was wondering that too. It like goes, wait, let's see. Is it because your turn? Is it? Try to talk now.
oh. I don't know, but I went to go find out why my audio is like that. Oh, I turned it up. On noise suppression.
I hope that she gets what she needs, but I also hope she learns from this. Yeah, Kristen, it's scary when people do this, because then I think it affects people in the future.
Hello?
Like the next woman that comes up missing, are people going to pay attention? Are they going to be screaming that it's a cry for help when a cry for attention when it really was needing help? We had that woman. Oh, wasn't she in California? What was her name that come up a few years ago? Ended up being a big hoax. I don't remember what her name is. Shoot. Help. Her name. Let's see. Let me Google it.
Which one are you talking about?
The one, she come up, said she was kidnapped, and she,
Sherry Papini?
yes, that one. That was in 2016. And,
Yep.
it was all a big freaking hoax.
Yep. Crazy.
And so I don't get why.
I don't understand the reason or the need or the want to have that kind of attention or on you, like in that kind of aspect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you want attention, just do something to be famous. I mean, you don't got to go about it that way.
Right. Well, because not only that, it takes resources away from people that are really missing and need help.
Resources, time.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know. And then you've got, then we have the, names are so escaping me today. The Alyssa Turney trial, where the judge just does a file 20 and ends the whole thing without the jury getting to hear the case. And then right before that, you had Haley Dunn's case. They've charged him, getting ready for court, and decide, we're going to dismiss charges for now and let him go. And just dismiss the charges and let the man go for a 13-year-old's murder. It's like, what the hell is going on with our judicial system?
Oh, Carrie, you haven't heard about the Carly case?
Oh, Carrie, you haven't heard about that one? Yeah, she's in Alabama, and she called her family, or she called 911, and she's telling them there's a toddler on the highway, and she's talking to them about she's got her hazards on and she sees this toddler, and she drives for 600 yards, which is 6 football fields, and she gets out of her car and walks into the woods, and she's called the family and told them the same thing and all of this. She's missing, I don't know, what was it, like 2 days? Something like that. And they just shows up in her neighborhood. And she said she was kidnapped and they held her captive, and they didn't tie her up, but they blindfolded her and made her take her clothes off, and they didn't sexually assault her that she can remember. And but her searches, like she's searched the movie Taken, where his daughter is taken, and she Amber Alerts, and there was something else in the searches. I don't remember what it was.
It was the movie Taken.
That's what I said. The movie Taken, the Amber Alerts, and there was something else.
How old you gotta be for an Amber Alert? Amber Alerts.
And she had stolen.
Was it the
from
one
her place
about
of
being
work.
charged or something like that? Shit, I don't know. I can listen to it.
Maybe.
Hold on, I can listen to it in 2.5.
Yeah, it wasn't very long, Kristen. That's why I'm thinking like 2 days tops. It was pretty quickly, because like I had seen it and thought, oh, I need to share this. And then it was the next day I was working on getting ready to do something about, writing it up. And then they said she was found. I'm like, oh, okay. But she had stolen from work like some snacks and a robe, and which was odd. And so I don't know. I don't. The whole story is really weird. There's got to be something else going on that they can help with. I don't know.
I'm listening right now. I'll be able to tell you what it is that she Googled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she went to Target, bought Cheez-Its, and she said the girl that was with her was feeding them to her. Yeah, it was just weird. All of it is weird. It's just like the Jesse Smollett guy lied about being assaulted,
Okay, here
but
it is.
haven't heard about this one. What'd you find?
Hold on. Okay.
Oh.
Return to the scene, 459, conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jersey County Sheriff's Department respond to check for any signed card, the child that you claim to see, anything else that
You'll
could
have
be
to
considered
slow it
evidence.
down. It's too fast.
Yep, I'm going to.
Private citizens, including search parties organized by our family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate,
Did I pass it?
only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then up and was fed cheese crackers.
They're doing the timeline.
The woman also played with her hair, could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Detectives later that Carly had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear on her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right
Sock.
sock. Out of respect for Carly and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail
Maybe it's at the
after giving her
beginning.
time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carly's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service and conducted this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted.
So it's
with
the
departure
Birmingham
date
bus
July
station
13th.
thing.
On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches later to Amber Alert on a computer at Carly's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carly's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carly a second time, but not been granted that request. As you can
Okay,
see, there
so
may-
that was it. That was from ABC News, and that was under Fair use.
Yeah, so it was the bus tickets. Looking up bus tickets.
Yep.
It was the other one. Yeah, I don't know. The whole story is just weird, and I don't know what to make of it at all.
Yeah, she said she wasn't SA'd,
Sexually
assaulted that
yeah.
she knows of, but she thinks they took pictures of her. Ain't that weird?
Much, but I would never want to turn someone away unless I'm 100% right. I don't want to call her out for being a flat liar until we know for sure, because what if? And it's that way with any victim, you know, let them be the victim until it's proven otherwise, you know, and never, I don't like to shame victims because it keeps people from ever coming forward. But yeah, I just
Right. I mean, I'm still torn on the whole situation. I'm like, I don't know what to think or believe, but
yeah,
I know from my own sight and from what I could see in the videos, there was only one shadow there.
Right. That's why I kept thinking maybe there was a mental break and she thought she saw somebody. Like, could somebody have slipped something in something she ate or drank that day that was causing hallucinations? You know,
I mean,
just
possibly, but I mean, why would she? I don't, because didn't they say something about she searched, or she was trying to figure out how to steal money from the drawer without anybody noticing?
Right.
And
Yeah,
and I mean, and then she stole the bathrobe, she stole the towel or whatever else that she took from the company. And then she went and bought food, and that it just so happens that everything she got at the last second is all that she disappeared with.
Yeah.
With no tracking device or nothing, without her watch, without anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
It's weird.
It's very, very
it is weird. I agree. Yeah, I figured this was news. I hardly watch the news. I don't watch the news, period, because it's all depressing. And lately, that's all YouTube has been. So I started watching other stuff.
There's
By the way,
on YouTube.
I won some Beezer spray from FFG.
You won what?
I won some Beezer spray from FFG. I told you I got lost in other communities. I've been watching like the Foodie Beauty debacle.
Always fun. Carrie's cat took a stinky poo. Isn't that always fun to walk into your door and you're like, holy crap, what did they just do?
Yum.
The only reason I watch the news now is it's hurricane season for us, and so I'm always checking the weather to see what's going on. If I haven't looked on the apps, I try to watch the apps more than anything. But I don't watch national news hardly at all. I just can't. It's just,
But yeah, anyways, we do gotta get together and talk though.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not a part
I do know you're going.
Well, I'm not a part of the other documentary anymore. I've walked away from Fancy's network.
Oh, you're not part of Fancy's network no more either?
No.
Oh, I thought that's how you got hooked up with it.
That's how I was. That's where what I was going to be doing. I was having a hard time with the direction she was taking the documentary. Mine and her opinion were completely opposite, and I was struggling with that. I mean, I know it's good for people to have a difference of opinion, but I felt that it was in a dangerous direction, in my opinion. But this week I turned in a resignation letter for the network, for many reasons. But Tori, I don't know if you remember Tori. Oh, Chris,
I remember
it
her.
is all good. Some things never change with certain people.
Didn't she have? Wasn't she part of the podcast Toil and Trouble?
No, not that Tori.
Oh,
Tori was Fancy's original partner.
I remember that one too.
Was a little more silent. She didn't do a lot of the social media stuff with the rest of us.
Yep, I remember
her
that
and
one
I
too.
have become friends over the years, and she is developing a network, and so I am going to be on her network.
Okay.
And so, and I'm very excited about it. It's going very smoothly. I just have to get off my ass and get my stuff done because it's a lot of work, and I get overwhelmed, and then I shut down. And so, but it's going to be good once I get it all done.
Right.
There's a lot of other things going on with a lot of that I can't talk about right this minute. But since I'm not doing that documentary, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And because I did talk to Tori about that because I didn't know if we had somewhere we were going with that. But I do know that Gypsy and Christy, or Gypsy and her family, have signed a contract to be doing a documentary. So they will be doing one when Gypsy gets out I think she's out in late November.
Okay.
And so I'm very excited for Gypsy and her direction.
I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited to hear her point of view.
I'm excited to see the changes and that I have been believing in and trusting that she was doing like she said. And so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what she does with life and where it goes and hear from her finally, you know.
I mean, obviously we both were, I see now I got different takes on things. And so like, that's why I thought it would be good to have you up on panel because then you could be like, no, this is what I know because God knows. I mean, we know where I got my information from.
Queen rumor mill.
So when I start debating you and start throwing out all this stuff that I was told, don't judge me. Because from what I understand, I think Gypsy should have got the same sentence as Nick.
Had she gone to trial, she might have. But she was smart. She
took a plea deal, didn't she, to testify against Nick?
She didn't testify against Nick.
I thought she did.
She was called as a witness for him. His lawyers called her. She testified for Nick.
Oh, Lord. How did she end up with that plea deal then?
Huh?
How did she end up with that plea deal?
Because they didn't want to try her because of what she had gone through. They offered him a plea deal. He refused it.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was offered a plea deal too, and he refused
See,
it.
I wasn't told all of this. See, that's why I said we got to talk about this, Brandy.
That's why the people that try to say that she should have got the same sentence. Why? Because she took the plea deal and he refused?
I didn't know he refused.
Yeah, he refused it.
Well, that's on his fault then, I guess. I mean, that changes that perspective.
I mean, he gambled with his own life on that. And that, I mean, she was smart. She knew had they gone to trial, there would have been more investigation, more things would have been shown, and she probably would have gotten a pretty hefty sentence. I don't think it would have been as much as his, but I think she would have gotten 25 around that. But she took a plea deal, and that was a smart way to go about it because it kept a lot of things from being researched more and things being gone into. And I mean, who would have wanted to go? And you know, and did she take that plea deal for that, or did she take the plea deal because she really just knew that she had fucked up? You know what I mean? And in the end, the only person that knows that is Gypsy. And will she ever tell us that? Who knows? Who knows?
So don't tell nobody, but my kids are driving me crazy, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
I do not miss those days. I don't miss those days at all.
It was dead silent in here until I got on this panel. Swear.
Kristen, that V that's on her, and like, y'all, I do have all the crime scene photos. But with the last catastrophe of people showing crime scene photos, I'll have to think really hard about that. Granted, that one I have on Facebook. I have it in my knit group on Facebook. but I edited it so things weren't seen but that area. I used to think it was where he wrote the V for Victor. I do suspect that it was the crook of the thumb to the forefinger when he's putting his hand on her.
That's exactly what I think it was. It was when he put his hand on her to get up.
Originally, I didn't. Originally, I thought it was the V for Victor because I was listening to somebody else say that's what he told her on the phone. And then when I found out other things were a flat lie, then I'm like, okay, no, we were played. Now, the word kill is written on her in blood. And that is pretty easy to see. So that I don't understand in all of it.
I think it was meant to be killed.
It's really good though. Why are you eating like that? Why aren't you mixing in with that?
Maybe. Yeah, either way. Yeah. But
in the haste of trying to get everything done and get out, they didn't have enough of the blood to finish off the rest of the
there
letters.
was enough blood there. Her head was nearly decapitated.
Well, obviously, but they did like go back in and dip back in. I mean, they just, whatever was on that finger when they did it.
I think he realized he needed to get out of there.
Yep.
Because Gypsy, in my opinion, went back in and look at us giving it all away and did completely covered her
I know,
up
right?
and put the Barney and all that on the bed. And so, and I will always stand by that because that's the only thing.
I think she added more wounds.
Yes, Kristen, I do. And I actually have testimony proof of that.
Okay, let's not give it all away. Now you guys got to watch my panel on the Gypsy Rose case.
Well, we're going to have to split it between your panel and my panel.
Right. Start from the very beginning.
Right.
And just go through what we both know and what because I thought it would be interesting because you know one side of this and I heard another side of this. So I'm like, ooh, we could definitely bounce off each other.
The side that you heard was the rumor mill that she did and the things that she construed that weren't always ethical, and it drove me crazy.
Yeah, and like, oh man, let's not continue this. We can't do this. I was gonna go. I'm like, but I was gonna tell you more that I've learned, and I'm like, but no, I'm done.
Look at Kristen. She's like, yeah, I'll zip.
I remember Gypsy since it happened here in Missouri, and I would love to refresh the course. Yeah.
Carrie, I have probably forgotten more things on Gypsy than people know in all reality. And so I have to refresh my memory on a lot of things. Because
I think once we were to bounce things off of each other for what we know of the story, then it would come back. Because I honestly feel like I lost more, I forgot more, but the more I talk about it, or like now that we're up here talking about it, I'm remembering a lot more than what I thought I did. No.
Carrie says I missed some words. She missed some words and some of that. Yeah, when it comes to Gypsy, I mean, I lived this case for a year. And
oh my God, did we ever?
And for me, walking away from it, and I've had Melissa come and ask me to come on her panel. I've had several come and ask me, but it's like when I do this, I need to do it over here. I mean, I'm going to split it with you.
I know that even with like if I was, I mean, I can just for 1 month pay the extra amount and we can stream it to both channels.
Well, I can stream on this one on Restream without paying the extra.
Oh, to 2 channels?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll let me buddy a channel.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we could always do it that way then too.
Yeah.
That way we both have a copy of everything.
Because this case was there was a lot that went on behind the because Kristen will know, you and Kristen will know the drama that we had between the groups on Facebook and
good Lord,
what I call Facebook wars caused a lot of trauma and PTSD. And so when I walked away from Gypsy's story, it was like when people started asking me to talk about it, it was like, I don't know if I want to, but I'm getting to a place now to where I'm ready. And it really took me looking at doing the documentary, and I had gone and watched an old interview that Fancy and I had done, and it brought a lot of things forward. And I'm like, oh, I am ready to do this. I do see this a little bit differently in some areas. As much as I defend Gypsy and as much as I am pro Gypsy, I still see where she was wrong and some of the things that she did that I don't know that she's even owned up to in her own mind. You know what I mean? And I mean, it took a lot to get there because I didn't know that I was ready, because it brings up a lot of those old memories and old feelings and the bullshit that happened.
Yeah.
And the hate that went on. Because, like, you know, Kristen, y'all remember.
It was bad.
But
it's nothing like what's going on now, though, Brandy. Nothing like what it.
I told Jackson.
So it's like this right here is like a dip in the water for the drama compared to what we're dealing with now.
Right. Like I told Jax months ago, and it's like 5 times worse now. I would go back to Facebook wars any day over the bullshit we're having.
Yes.
Like this is crazy. I have never in my life seen people behave the way they're behaving right now.
Me either. It's gross. I think Kristen was also on a part of the side that I know the stories from.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was in with
yeah, she was a mod. Yeah, wasn't she a mod?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, Kristen has come to me several times going, I'm so sorry. Like it's fine.
Yes, I know.
We're good. It's fine.
It's funny that you say that because, like, we got over all the I'm sorry's like a million times over years ago, and then, you know, we've been through a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Heads up, don't get in the middle of two Sagittariuses arguing. I mean, that hard-headedness really comes out in the both of us.
My Sagittarius ain't got nothing to do with my hard-headedness. That is a family trait.
That too.
There you go on your plate.
That and the whole, I have the smart-assness going on too.
Yeah, it's funny when I look back at the mods that were there back then that had such disdain. I'm not going to say hate because I don't think any of y'all really hated me. There was disdain for me, like I had for y'all because of who y'all defended, and y'all's was because of who I defended. And now I have become friends with nearly every one of y'all.
Mm-hmm. It's like I shit. You look back now and you. Almost every one of her mods or those that were, hold on. Anyways, it seems like everyone that was there during that time has left there.
Yeah.
They all ran for the hills. I went blindly. Yes, I did too. And let me tell you, at one point, you know, when I was added to her mod group, you know, she would of course drop photos and all that other stuff in there. And like, you know, back in the day when, like, if you were in a group chat, your device automatically saved pictures or like documents or whatever to your device or to your Google.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was scrolling shortly after I said I ended up bouncing from the mod group. I was scrolling through and I'm like, where in the fuck did all this shit come from? And there was one photo in there and I'm like, oh my God. But then I went clicked on it to get the context of what the hell was being said and done. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to show this, but here you go. And I'm like, oh my God, that is the worst thing ever. I think Kristen probably knows the photo that I'm probably talking
in y'all's mod chat with her.
Yeah. It was of Dee Dee in the upper half of her body. They stole
those from us. Yeah, they stole those from us.
Yeah. Well, she claimed that Christine sent them to her and that she was not to show anybody it.
Yeah, I think it was Christy and Dawn and
God,
somebody
these
else.
names
They're
are
not on
so
YouTube, so
weird.
I don't want to
Didn't
name.
Swamp Donkey start with Dawn?
Yeah, Swamp Donkey. That's why when I think was it TT that's calling somebody Swamp Donkey, and they're like, "That's a TT."
Yes.
No, that was a Natasha saying from Facebook.
I know she said Swamp Donkey, and I'm like, dang, is it like common insult downtown? Like, what the hell? I'm like, wait, are we talking about Dawn?
That's what I was like. Wait, when did Dawn come into all of this?
I know. I'm like, wait, Dawn's back?
Oh, it was so fun. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that. Oh my god, it was so funny.
I was like, wait, where's Dawn? Which one's Dawn?
Oh yeah, because there was all the nicknames. I was.
Oh yeah. You were Butthole Lips.
Well, I was Butthole Lips, but I was also Stevie Wonder. Not Stevie Wonder. Roy Orbison. I was Roy Orbison because my eyeglasses would turn dark with the computer screen, and Fancy was Uncle Fester. I think there were other Fancy too, but Uncle Fester was the one everybody called her the most.
Yep. That's such a wild time. And to even go back and reminisce over. Oh, that was nothing compared to this.
It cracked me up when she called me Butthole Lips because I'm like, my lipstick is purple. If your butthole is purple, you might ought to go get that shit.
I know, right?
I was like, oh my god.
You got a purple butthole. You better get it to your doctor.
Yeah, that's a little more of an issue there.
Mm-hmm.
It always cracked me up.
Mm-hmm. I think it will definitely be fun.
I had the person that runs the one account on Facebook. I had her come and message me and apologize and give me proof of the different pages being shut down when we were getting blamed for it and all of that. And I mean, she kind of gave me all kinds of details. Of course, I've never said who she is, and I never will. And
right.
and it's funny because it's like, good grief, there were things I didn't even know about because I ignored half of it.
Yeah.
And then
at one point I was like, okay, I'm too deep into this shit. I got to get out of this.
Yeah, we would have to specify because there was Swamp Donkey Dawn, and then there was our friend Dawn, and then there was the other Dawn that was a part of the original Gypsy group, and oh Lord, there was too many of them.
Yeah. Our friend Dawn, though, she was the better of the Dawns.
Yeah. She was my double agent for a while. She would kind of walk the line with all the groups and come back and give me details.
Is that how Fancy got all that messages?
I'm like, come and tell me if it's something I need to know, because I'm not watching these people. They're fucking crazy. And so she would give me clips and all of that. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Dawn's amazing. Dawn is amazing. She's good people.
Yep, she's been suffering with epilepsy.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's been having seizures, and they've been trying to figure out why. And then, of course, Annie's been really sick, so they've been going through a lot.
Oh no, not cool. Well, my thoughts and prayers are with them.
But yeah, that's the fun old Gypsy days, and it's funny because we can be in chats and talking about it, and people are like, "What the hell are they talking about?" Because people now, these YouTube channels now want to talk about it, and they weren't even there. They don't even have a clue.
I know, right? They don't even know the half of the makings.
They're talking about little bits they've seen from here and there. Should have walked it with us. Good grief.
I know, right? Oh, Lord almighty. Did Natasha's group for Gypsy ever go down? Was her main group ever taken down?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is it still up? I don't know. I know that she blocked me.
I was blocked.
I pissed her off.
Well, technically, I got blocked before I ever went in Fancy's group because I would always piss them off because
I would make alts to get back in there just to see what she was doing, just to call her out.
Well, you couldn't have opinions. that differed from theirs. They would tell you you could, but as soon as you did, they would attack you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I
And
went
they
into,
booked you.
so I got blocked a lot of times, but I went into a knit group one time, and this was when I learned to open who the admins and owners of the group were before you just sent a join thing. I didn't know to do that before. I would just join a group, and I joined this group, and up pops all of her mods, and including the one that I hated the most, Stagger.
Oh yeah.
And that's a fake account name, so nobody come at me for doxing anybody. And I thought Stagger was a dude, and they were
Me too.
rude.
For the longest. For the longest, I did.
They were so rude, and then I found out who they were and what their record was. And so the one legal thing, one real life thing I ever did, people, is this was a child predator, and I reported to their PO that they were on social media and weren't supposed to, and got them taken off. Yes, I did it. I'm not gonna apologize.
I remember that.
Well, it
that.
wasn't just me. Somebody else had pulled the background, and it was me and Christina, and we absolutely did, because she was so ugly and mean. And she literally came at me one time. It was our anniversary, and I was sharing pictures of Dave and I out. We were having a blast at the beer garden. And she was like, yeah, her husband has to tell other women they're beautiful, because why has he got to look at that all day long? And so she kept coming at me. I was like, you're just jealous that I have a man's attention and you have to mess with kids.
Oh my God. Brandy.
I was like, yeah, I went there.
Oh my.
She said something. And then it was like the next day her profile was gone, and we got the notification she had been. I was like, yeah, see, that's what happens. Come mess with me, bitch.
Well, I mean, I do remember Stagger. Stagger was mean, and she was, and I didn't find out that it was female until I think about that time was when I got added to mod chat or whatever, and then once you get when there's a chat going on and you're added to it, it doesn't matter how long it's been going on. It could go on for fucking years. When you're added to it, you get to then see the conversation prior to everything.
Right.
And I did not know that, and that's how I ended up stumbling upon all these photos and all this other shit in my Gmail, in my on my Facebook.
Carrie, it's very, very close to McCamey Manor. It is, except that I don't know. I think y'all's group kind of did crazier shit than any of our groups ever did.
I don't think we ever had a hell chat.
We didn't have a hell chat, and we sure as hell didn't drop nudes into hell chats.
And we didn't dox each other, like full out dox each other. We just name called and
looked up people's backgrounds.
medical shame people for the information that they put out, the whole pad thing.
People did look up backgrounds and share that information. People did do that.
Did they? I don't remember that. Not that much though. Not like it is now.
Fancy's got put up. Natasha's got put up. Somebody else's did, but I don't remember whose. They come out about taxes charges.
Swamp Donkeys got put up.
Swamp Donkeys charges.
I do remember that.
Now there were people contacting people's employers and family members. I had my family contacted.
See, I didn't know that.
Before I had locked because I didn't know to lock Facebook down. This was before I had been involved in anything like this. And
I locked mine down at that time.
And somebody went on a post that my husband and I had commented on. I think I was tagged in it or something. And I didn't see the comments because I was busy. And the girl messaged me and she said, Brandy, and she's a really good friend of ours. And she was like, who the hell is this? And it was a screenshot of this person going in there about and commenting to her about my husband having to tell her she's beautiful, which the girl's like our daughter. So she's like my kid's age. And he said, you're looking very beautiful today, which Dave does that. I mean, it's just whatever. And
he's a nice guy.
She made it all about he couldn't because I was such a horrible person. And it was ugly. And she ended up deleting Cooper. Hush. She ended up deleting the whole thing. It scared her half to death. And because they didn't know any of these people and that this was a thing that people did, that they were stalking my page that way. And so I was like, how do I fix this? And I went in and locked it down. I'm like, I can't. I have these people contacting my husband's work and all of that. It was crazy.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
y'all had
well,
somebody fake
even
their
to
own
this
death,
day,
Carrie?
people are telling people to lag down their Facebooks and stuff and when on YouTube, and it's just like, huh, I did that years ago. Where have you
Yep.
been?
Well, and like when I found out when TT doxed me, and I'm like, how are they even getting that? Because my Facebook was locked down somehow or another. Somebody had gotten in there and unlocked my Facebook. I had to go back in and relock it. As a matter of fact, one of our mutual friends, I have her use her alt to check my Facebook ever so often to see if
Oh,
things
really?
are locked. Yeah, because it keeps unlocking. So check it
Huh.
periodically.
Well, I'm
somebody
gonna
got
have to
in
have
there and
somebody do
unlocked
it.
Huh?
I'm gonna have somebody get on and check
Yeah.
it. Because I mean, my alt that I made to get back into Natasha's, I've been trying to delete that damn profile for forever. Carrie, speaking of barking, how are those cute puppies? Oh, I
they're
was saying,
so they're so strong. These are the strongest damn puppies, guys. They are so fat. But her and babies are doing, and she's so much more calmer on this litter. Like she's like, let's go outside for a minute, and then she runs back in. But I don't have to
this
like
is your German
drag her
Shepherd,
out.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I was saying in chat earlier, I said he even let you keep the puppy from the parking lot.
Yep, that was Ozzy, which he fell in love with Ozzy because I had found Ozzy a home. I didn't want another puppy. I had just lost Munchkin. And I just wasn't letting this baby in that
Yep.
parking lot like that with that guy trying to sell him and he was injured and all of that. And
Yep.
I had a lady was coming and Dave said he's sitting there holding him that morning before he went to work and loving on him. He's like, just babe, make sure that she's really a good person and she's got vet references and she's gonna love him because he's too precious. And I went, I'm canceling it because he's in love with his puppy. Because he's never done that.
I know he's like,
dog.
you are not having another dog. When she first brought him home, she's like, guys, he told me I can't keep him, so I'm not gonna get attached. And then next thing you know, we hear Dave's attached. We're keeping him.
Yep. So, and Ozzy is his dog. I thought they were ducks. I have ducks
Yeah.
too, Hemi.
I also rarely use Facebook. Like, I'm like, I don't know why people from YouTube keep trying to add me because it's kind of pointless. I mean, unless I'm posting like something for like a gaming app.
Yeah, when things
yeah.
started getting kind of weird, what about
I
3
quit
months
using
ago when things started going weird, I went and everybody other than those I knew before I came to YouTube, I deleted. I left like 2 or 3. Other than that, I removed them. I'm like, no.
Did you
I'm
remove
not
me?
listening. Huh?
I said, did you remove me? I know you removed me.
I don't think we re-added each other from the last fight.
Oh, that's a good possibility. We just talked to each other in the DM.
Yeah, we just do Messenger. But
Yeah.
I did. It was bigger creators because I'm just like I don't know what's real and what's not, and I don't want to take chances, and I'm just gonna remove myself. Like I left groups, I unfriended people, and I'm just kind of like gonna sit over here and do my thing, and y'all can just have at it.
Yeah, I see. And like, I think I just added one
Jimmy, I
person
did
that
have
I
baby
met off
ducks.
of
baby
YouTube.
ducks. I had baby ducks a few months ago, and they're bigger ducks now. I need to take some new pictures of them.
That reminds
And
me.
now we've got baby puppies.
I got a video the other day from Christola, and she's got ducks too. She's like running behind him. She's like, "What are you running from? What are you running from?" I'm like, "Maybe you."
Yeah, mine don't let me love on them, and it makes me very sad because, like, the little ones, I raised them from egg. Like, I had the eggs and hatched them and everything. And I didn't have the eggs. I bought the eggs. Let me rephrase that. I didn't lay eggs, guys. I bought eggs and put them in the incubator. Somebody will be clipping that
I
shit.
knew there was something wrong about you.
Yeah, well, and they won't. Like, they're more scared of me than the others. And it's like, oh my God, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Like, they won't even come eat peas. Now, my big ones, they'll eat peas out of my hands. These little ones, nope, they ain't doing it.
I find it funny though. But
And then Katie brought her new puppy over the other day and to let him see the ducks. And then he wasn't sure of them. And then I walked to the ducks. I'm like, come on, Groot, come check the ducks out. And he thought, oh, look, they run from me. And Groot's an English bulldog. So he's like short and fat. And he's running, chasing after them ducks, and he comes in and lays flat in the house. He's like, "Nah, that's too much work, man."
But I just the other day added one person from YouTube to my Facebook, but I've been talking to this one person for God knows how long, years, and we just added each other, and that's Lonnie.
I have Lonnie. I have Lonnie on there, and I have TCA, and I have Peach.
And I have Peach. That's right. I do have Peach. And I have Robbie.
And I do have Robbie.
And I think besides that, that's it. Besides, I think I still have Dawn and Annie's. Besides that, I think that's it. Because other than that, I only add people that I know in my IRL, you know, because I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I have to. It has to be a little bit of conversation, and
Yeah.
And if I start noticing anything weird, I just remove. I'm just not. I don't know. Things just started getting very uncomfortable on here a few months ago, and I'm just like, I don't know. This is not.
The fact that you're
okay to me.
chancing losing everything, like, I mean, I've got photos of my mom and she's passed. I've got, so many, just different things on there, and just adding just anybody, you're taking such a risk for people just to go through. I remember there was, I shared, what was it? I shared, it was face mask, and it had a ball and gag on it. Somebody seriously went back to 2020 to report me for that.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
like, you scrolled for days to find something to report me for, and it happened to be for a face mask.
Like, we're in Southeast Texas, Louisiana area, and so Cajun people nickname is Coonass. That's what we call us Cajun people, is Coonass. It's not anything racist by any means, because I mean, I'm white, so it's not like I'm referring to myself as a black person. So I'm not using the word coon in that manner. That used to be an old racist term. I'm literally calling myself Coonass. It's Cajun, and I had commented on one of my friends' posts because he did a whole Coonass post. It was hilarious. He was talking in all Cajun form, and I said, "All right, letting that Coonass fly." Facebook flagged my comment for racial. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? What?"
I've had Facebook also flag me for when they first come out with the deceptive spam or untruths or whatever. And it was for stupid ass posts, like you knew it was not true. You just knew it, but they still felt the need to flag it.
If you share those, like, some of those posts are really stupid, and I'll share them with the whole, "Oh my God, for real," with a bunch of laughing, and I'll share it, and they'll come back and say, "This has been flagged for false something or another." And it's like, really? I knew it was. Did you not pay attention to my laughing face up at the top?
I know, right? Like, I've done that several times where I'm like, oh my God, people believe this? And then they'll flag me for it. And it's like, are you serious? Like,
right.
Okay.
Well, and
thanks for agreeing with me, Facebook.
It's their encryption stuff, the algorithm thing. It's not even real people looking at it. Like, I had reported a post that was it had been like photoshopped and stuff, and it was something very vulgar towards a police officer, and it was like murderous, like wanting to kill him, like it was ugly. And I reported it, and they come back and told me there was nothing wrong with the post, but yet want to come at me for a comment about being a Coonass. Like, really? Get over yourselves.
That is funny. Yeah, hubby said, I think Brandy is drinking wine. She's giddy.
Wine, Hemi.
Nah, this is just when you get two old friends together and they have conversations.
I haven't, since I started my weight loss medicine, I haven't had a lot to drink. Mainly because I'm not eating a whole lot, and I don't want the alcohol to hit me harder than it should.
It'll knock you out now.
Well, I'm trying to think. Shit, I haven't had anything alcoholic. The last drink I had was June 23rd. And I remember it because I come in from hospice and was emotional and walked. My husband didn't go with me the day that we put my brother in the hospice house. So by the time I got home after being up there for about 6 hours, I was drained. I was upset. I'd cried all the way home. I walked in the house. I dropped my purse. I walked to the fridge. I grabbed a Coke. I walked to the cabinet. I grabbed my bourbon and I made a drink and I come and sat down. And Dave went to say something. I just held my hand up and I finished my drink and got up, made another one. I said, now what were you saying? I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Let me get this.
Like, I need a minute. Just shut up.
Yeah. Yep. I just had to have a minute. And he was like, it was that bad. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't. It wasn't the Friday. It was the 22nd because it was Thursday. He went Thursday. And then I was up there all day Friday. So it was Thursday when we had him put up in there. But yeah, it's been. I was going to come home from the memorial and have a drink. I'm like, I'm going to go open a bottle of wine. My husband had to go to Houston that evening. And I'm like, I'm going to come home. I'm going to open a bottle of wine. Everybody is busy. And I'm just going to have a few drinks and watch some TV. Nothing that needs brain power. I just want to stare at the TV. And I didn't even have it in me to open a bottle. I was like, no. I watched Twilight. That's how much of a brain dead time I needed I watched Twilight.
Oh, wow. You really needed now.
Yeah. I was like going through trying to figure out what I was going to put on to just kind of zone out. And I'm like, oh, look, it's Breaking Dawn. I can watch this.
Breaking Dawn.
The next day, Dave was like, what'd you watch last night, baby? I was like, I watched Twilight. And he's like, why am I not surprised? I'm like, I needed something that was brain dead, that I didn't have to think. And I know the movie because I've only seen it a million times. And it just was there.
Only seen that a million times in The Notebook, and The Notebook was
normally when I'm like that, I'll rewatch a series. Like I love to go to Vampire Diaries or the originals or Sons of Anarchy or something like that.
My mom's go-to was Charmed. My sister owned every season, every episode, and my mom would sit down and legit watch one season, watch the next one, watch the next one, watch the next one, start it all back over. Watch that one, watch that one, watch that one. And it was like, for like, I swear, a year straight.
I do that.
She only watched Charmed. That's it.
Oh, I love The Mummy. The Mummy is a good movie. Like we used to, on Sundays, we would come in from church, and my go-to movie was Twister. Or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Now, I love that movie.
I liked How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That was a good one.
I love that movie. Drama. That's how I think about this community.
Oh, and before that, my mom's go-to was Titanic. It's been 84 years, and the sheets had never been slept in. The china had never been used. Titanic was the ship of dreams. And it was. It really was. Even I know the words of it. That's how much I had to watch it growing up. I used to think, does this ever get old to you? But then I was watching The Notebook and
this might tell my age, which I ain't scared. I'm 50. It's fine.
Billy Madison was my go-to.
My other series that I've watched 9 million times would be Beverly Hills 90210.
No, not me. No.
Never watched that one?
I never really got into all of those. You know what I did watch back in them days, though, was Mama's Family. Every morning, Mama's Family had to go on.
That was older than Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, fuck, I just dated myself.
Beverly Hills 90210 was the 90s. That was older.
I really dated myself then, huh?
Yep. My mom hated sitcoms. Like, hated them. Like, I loved, like, you know, when we were growing up watching the Cosby's and the Cosby Show and Family Ties and all of those, like, silly sitcoms.
Yep.
Mom hated them. She said they were fake, and families didn't live like that. So she hated them. But now we watch Dallas and Dukes of Hazzard every Friday night. I'm not even kidding. That was on every Friday, and that's what we watched.
Shore a lot. Jersey Shore was one of my go-tos. My sister had the seasons of that, so I borrowed that all the time from her.
Yeah, I still watch Jersey Shore. Like I follow them on all the social platforms, and then watch Family Vacation. I'm a huge Jersey Shore fan.
I was a huge Teen Mom fan too.
Yeah, I didn't get into that one.
I did, and I gotta give it up to Janelle. She's probably made one of the best turnarounds out of all of them. I mean, she may have been the only one to be able to make that turnaround, but
I am
made
a
it
huge
amazing.
right now. One of the current ones is Sister Wives. You know, we have a season coming up, and I think this will be the last season, and all the wives will have left him. So this is kind of interesting.
I used to watch that, you know that, but I kind of gave up on that. Back when I probably started watching YouTube, I gave up on TV altogether about that time. I just watch my phone. What do you watch? What kind of what do you watch on TV anymore? I don't know. I watch YouTube. I don't know. Whatever's on YouTube. Like I can watch whatever show I want at the time I want to.
Well, I find other things to go watch just because coming on YouTube gets to be monotonous and overwhelming, and I get over it quickly. And so I'm like, nah, I'm out of here.
I've done that, and see, like with my phone company, I get on my phone, I get free HBO Max. And so when I get in those moods where I just don't even want to hit the YouTube app, I go to my HBO Max and find something on there that I watched. What was the most recent thing that came out that I watched? Somebody told me to watch it. I can't even remember.
Well, are you watching any of the Game of Thrones and the House of Dragons?
I never watched those, Brandy. You should know that. You should know that. I never do the Game of Thrones, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you people?
We cannot be friends. How can we be friends?
Too bad.
Freaking love. My daughter went for Mother's Day a couple years ago and bought me the complete season of Game of Thrones for Mother's Day. She was like, I don't know what to get Mom. She has everything. Because like if I wanted to just go get it. I don't like waiting for them to. I have a issue with self-control. I don't like to wait. I want it now. And then they don't like to get me what I want. Because they're like, you don't need that. You're not going to use it. And so I just go get it. So she couldn't figure it out. She's already gotten me this really cool little wine cooler thing that I could put the bottle in and it keeps it chilled. And I don't know. She got me a cool charcuterie board one year. She did all this stuff. So she found that set. Yeah, she spent like $200 something on that set because it's in a really neat gift box and it's so cool.
Oh, it was the Natalia series. What the fuck?
I don't think I've watched that one because I don't know that name.
It was Natalia. It was where can I search? Right here. No. I'm gonna find it. I'll tell you what it was. It was a really good series. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace.
Oh, I don't think I know that one.
That's the one where the parents were charged of abandoning their like 6-year-old daughter or whatever it was, and but it said that she was like actually older than what she was. But nobody really knows her true age.
Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one. That was a really good show, and it was. I don't know. I'm still torn. I don't know if she's the 8-year-old or whatever age she was, or if she's really 21. I don't even know at this point. I don't know. I still don't even know her age to this day. Nobody does.
That's weird. Is that and wasn't she kind of like small?
Yeah, she was. She had like a form of dwarfism.
Yeah. Carrie, she had to go back and pick up her grandson and was getting gas.
Okay.
TCA, are you still around and listening? She said she was listening.
No, she dipped. We bored her
She's
with our
lying. She really doesn't like me no more.
right. We bored her with the gypsy stuff, you know. I definitely feel like we could definitely have some good talk on that though.
Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be more than one day. One
Oh,
episode.
definitely. It's gonna be something. That's why I said I know that you've been dealing with a lot, and so whenever I think it's easiest to whenever you have your free time, I'm sure we can I can work around that, or whenever early mornings or weekends is preferably okay. Early late afternoon, if that makes sense. 7, 8 o'clock.
Early mornings are hard for me because I'm taking all of these animals out and feeding everything.
So let's
But we
scratch
could probably
that
do it
off.
all weekend.
Early,
Because my
late
mornings get
afternoon.
pretty busy. Yeah, or we could do evening. I mean, we can figure it out. Because y'all, I love my husband, and y'all know that. But he's been home for 2.5 months, almost 3 months now. The man needs to get back out on the road because I'm starting to twitch. He's been home too much, and I'm like, dude, I love you, but can we find somewhere to go out of town? Something. And because I've gotten so used to him being gone, so when he's home all the time, it's like, oh Lord. And right now he like goes out of town for a day or two, and then he's back, and I'm like, that don't even give me a chance to do anything. So I told him the day, I was like, okay, you're just gonna have to get over it. I'm fixing to have to start getting back on YouTube and doing stuff because I don't when he's home because he's not home much, and then when he's home forever, it's like, okay, I've got to get back to doing what I do. Yep, Carrie, it's TCA, and she's scatterbrained, and she's just there's no telling. And she's listening to me laughing at me right now.
Yeah.
What was it I called her the other day? I told her she was a bleeding heart. I said, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. Sometimes that shit just comes out. She's a softie. Uh-oh, you muted. Did you mute?
No. I'm sorry. I was just my boss. I'm so fucking. Tell me why everybody that works here gets away without doing their job, but if there's one thing not done to his liking, by morning he will text me or call me. Like, what the? Are you kidding me? He's like, so what happened to the Stephanie I hired? I said, oh, well, that Stephanie left back when you hired people that didn't want to do their own jobs. So Stephanie's got to cover for their jobs too, because it's all got to be done before the next morning. Otherwise, you text and call me and bitch at me. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. I'm not even going to reply to it.
Yeah,
I'm not because he's not going to like what I have to say.
Dave's got his bosses are so amazing. Like, he had called them, and he was like, "Is there?" Because they didn't need him here local, and they were like, "Okay." He's like, "They need me local, so wherever you need me to go, I just have, he's got different doctor's appointment, whatever." He's getting steroid shots done in his back Tuesday, and yeah, Carrie, that's me. So I was thinking when she was talking. I'm glad I don't have a boss, and Dave's bosses are just so laid back. He's just like, no. We don't have anything till like August or September. It's fine. We'll figure out something. It's no worries. But he's salary, so we don't have to worry about hourly paycheck. So that comes in handy. But it's like, dude, they're going to look up at some point and say, you ain't working for your money. We don't need you. Like, nah, that ain't happening. I'm like, oh, I hope not.
Carrie.
It was like he's in Houston working with the big owners, like the big guys today and tomorrow. So
it's so insane. I can't. The other day I was driving to go out of the parking lot and I had to work that evening. And I'm like, why? I just can never understand why why the kids that work before me never get their stuff done. And it's like there's so much that's left for me to do because they don't do it. And you say something to my boss and he's like, well, you are supposed to finish folding the stuff that they couldn't finish during the day. I said, that's the problem. They don't even start. You gotta start for me to be able to finish. And it's so crazy. I literally drove around, the side of the building, come around, went to pull out of the driveway, and he's standing outside playing fucking bouncy ball with the kids. I said, I'm so glad you got time to do that, but you can't fold anything. Oh. I have all kinds of photograph evidence. Would you like to see them? Hold on. I ain't that dumb. Because I said, because he's been telling us for weeks, we're going to get an employee meeting. We're going to have an employee meeting. So believe we're going to get an employee meeting. Here you go. Watch this. So this is, hold on. Oh, I look so funny on the screen like that. What is going on with this camera thing? Why is it like that? Woohoo! What?
I see you perfectly.
Really? Because it looks like it's flashing over here and it's like a little part cut off. Okay, so here we got hold on, let me open that.
Oh wait, hold on. I got you.
Okay, there I am. Now I'm back. Okay, so here, this is what they left me in the fridge that day. Do you see that? Empty containers.
Sure, that's gross.
Every one of them. Empty. Empty. Who the fuck? Hold on.
That is gross.
Yeah, you think. Oh, and look, this is the picture that I sent to Lala because who the fuck does this? And only in Muskegon, Michigan, Because I was called out for talking to Lala about the fucking thing. About a picture. Okay, so look, this is a day that none of the trash was taken out all day. Let's go this way. Oh, and look at all that laundry. Do you see that? There's laundry in that. There was laundry in this one back here. All of that had to be folded.
Do the laundry?
This is what I came into. Yes, this is what I came into the laundry room. This is almost daily for me lately. Do you see this? Garbage over, almost getting full. Should have never been like that. It's insane. Like daily. It's like that daily almost. Oh, here's another one where the garbages were full. Oh, let's see that one. Right there. That's Miss P and her haircut. I said, what did she do with her hair? This is the day. This is another day. I come in. This is the 2 dryers. This is the washer, mind you. This needed to be dried. This is like 2 loads. 2 dryers. This way. This way. I'm telling you, this is like daily.
TCA, I was talking shit on you all ago.
It's fucking insane.
Okay. Pretty.
That's
Yeah, you shouldn't be the only one expected to do all that.
yeah, and then and then I get added to my list of things that I gotta do. Now I gotta be a chemist and check the pool pH balance and the pH levels and the chlorine levels, and it's like, oh, I just went out of this place, and I can't get a different job until I can get out of here. Can't get out of here because I gotta pay the rent here, so I can't afford to save up for a place. I have the fucking credit to get a place, just no money. I'm like, I'm screwed. I'm just screwed. But believe me, once I can find a way to come up with money, I'm out of this bitch and I will get a better paying job where I'm more appreciated. I can go back to the hospital. It's just, I get somewhat of like a decent room rate working here, and being the only, being the single parent working, and it's just like working two jobs is not in my cards at this moment,
Right.
especially with summertime right now.
Yeah, and the kids aren't in school, so it makes it a little bit harder.
Yep. Like when the kids are in school, I can pick up the extra, like the DoorDash and stuff. I try to once in a while when I can, but lately with everything I'm having to do at work, I am so whooped by the time work is done. I literally don't get a break at work. I don't get time to eat. I barely get to sit. It's, ugh. I said, what did I sign myself on for?
Yeah, Carrie, I have worked in the public sector and I've worked quite a bit, but I have been very lucky that my husband has always made enough, which when our kids were little, just didn't pay for me to work because by the time, we only had one car. And by the time you pay for daycare and the car to go back and forth to both jobs and all over the place, all the running, there was no money. So I was a housewife. And then when they got older and I went to work and and then I've several years of kind of having my own business kind of thing, back when I was doing dog training and all of that, it was just different. And then having to work in a sector again, I just don't know.
Right.
I'm like Carrie, less bullshit. I can't. I have this thing to where when it comes to my brain, it comes out my mouth and I don't think about it. And that kind of
tell me about that. Don't worry.
Yeah, TCA, you work a shit ton. Like you're always working.
So I always people are always like, oh my God, you're so great. You're so fun. You're so friendly and blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, you would never know that I don't like people and people don't like me, but I'm okay with that. And I'm fine with that. Like, just let me be. So would you just go away now?
98% of the time, people won't know that I don't like them. Like if it's one of those cases where I'm going to let you know, but I can pretty much fake it in service industry and having to deal with people in the public.
I can.
Because I don't have to socialize with them, but I can be super nice and businesslike and all of that. But yeah.
And that's me. Like I can be business wise, but don't sit up here and try to have no damn conversation or try to be my best friend because no.
Yeah, my eyes will give it away because I tend to roll them.
Yep. Or my face will say it all. It will say, yeah, that's a load of bullshit.
We're at the doctor's office, right? And I've got Dave's appointments down for Tuesday because we have to be there at 1:45 and his appointment's at 3:15, but you got to be an hour and a half early. And so, and I tell the girl that's like, I think it's this time and we have to be there by this time. And she goes, no. And then she repeats exactly what I said. The appointment's at 3:15 and you have to be there at 1:45. And I'm like, I was like, that's what I just said. And I'm looking at Dave and I said, what the hell? Does she not hear me? He's like,
I know, right?
He's like, be nice. And I'm like, I'm trying, but they've already irritated me.
I see. I blame that. Like, okay, so they say, okay, your appointment's at 3:45. Be here at 1:15. I would say, okay, we got to be there at 1:45, but your appointment's at 3:45 or 1:15, but your appointment's at 3:45. I got to go like the more difficult or whatever route. And I say because I work with the left side of my brain. I'm left-handed, and I just blame it on the left-handedness.
By the time she turned and looked at us, I'm giving her a look of like, what the actual fuck? And she was like,
right.
I'm sorry. And I was like, isn't that what I said? And then she just walked away and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get out of here because they're fixing to piss me off. I just can't. No. And then people wouldn't move. They're like standing in front of, there's only one door to get out and they're just standing there. And I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah. So I went into work last night. I absolutely had the look of annoyed because when my coworker is going to meet me down the hall and to tell me that there's hey, stop yelling. Crazy. My coworker is going to meet me halfway down the hall to tell me, hey, so there's an officer out there with a guy and he's done thus and thus and thus and it's gone on all day long and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's my first cue to be like,
he is to be removed. I said he's to be removed from the property. I said he don't need to be here. Nope, no, thank you. I guess he was like some chick was outside smoking. He wanted to. He was all
Bye,
about
TCA. Have fun.
Yeah, bye TCA. He was like all about telling this girl. Hey, are you serious? What is your deal tonight? Are you crazy? Stop that. You know better.
Dad, somebody pulled me out.
Stop. You know better. Sorry. Anyways, oh fuck. I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, he like the chick was standing outside, had her kid in his hand, and he put his hands on the kid and was talking about how cute he was, and I'm like, yeah, no, he's to be removed from property. He's gonna be vacated. But I ended up giving in and telling him just to take his ass to bed. Go to bed, please. If you go to your room, go to bed. Don't come back out your room tonight. I'll let you stay. Other than that, I'm having this officer vacate you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody. I think I'm gonna hop off and go to bed. I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down to work, so I'm gonna jump down anyways.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up and chatting with me. I had fun. And thank you.
Yeah, we
everybody, for
definitely got
joining
a plan for the gypsy stream.
Yeah, and I'm gonna work on getting the stuff together for Haley's case because that was that's been kind of jaw dropping the last month. And I haven't covered it on here, and I need to cover it. So, but alrighty, everybody, y'all have a good night and stay safe the rest of the week and enjoy your
Good
weekend.
night, everybody.
Make sure you all join up over on TCA's on Friday because that's going to be a very important live.
I want to add the people that do suck in general.
Bye, guys. Y'all have a good one.